Okay, so I'm going to try to leave as many names out of this as possible because I don't want to cause too much ruckus just yet. But okay, let me just give you guys a scenario. Alright, so a few weeks ago I received a call from a newfound Facebook friend, whatever like that. And this person expresses to me how they're putting together a fashion show and how they may need some of my assistance and my help, whatever like that. That's fine. So I generally help this person. You know, I give them the information they need. They get great resources from me. They get a hookup from me, pretty much. Okay, fine, great. So I was telling this person, you know, would you mind if I bring my show to your show and do my show at your show? You know, so, you know, he was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. So then he gives me a call back or whatever, and he's saying that, yeah, we don't know about having the media coverage there or whatever like that because, you know, we don't want that many media people to be there. It's my first show. I really don't know, whatever like that. The clock 15, let's just go ahead and say this person pretty much he was a little apprehensive about having me there because he thought I was going to kind of read his show and pretty much, you know, bash him. But my thing is not, like, I'm not going to bash you if your show is a mess. Like my slogan clearly says, if your show is hot, oh yes, I'll say it's hot. But if it's a mess, honey, then I start reading. So I was like, well, you know, I could always look at it from a positive perspective that it is your first show, this is your first time releasing your collection. We can definitely do it in, you know, a whole positive up manner. But he was like, you know, no, whatever. But he was like, he still extended his hand to have me at the show because he wanted me to be there, you know. So great, okay, fine, support, I'll do that. Okay, whatever. So, a few days goes by and I get a call today from a friend or whatever, because he put me on the VIP. So mind you, that when I found out about this fashion show, that the show clearly was a church fashion show. So I was a little reluctant to go in the first place because I'm like, you know what, I had to deal with church people before and they can be very small-minded and they can be very ignorant, and I would hate to go there and have to really like read somebody like an A-class queen, but I don't mind doing that if I have to. So I was like, should I go, should I not go, should I go, should I not go? But I got another assignment, so I was like, okay, I have another fashion assignment, so then I won't go. But then I get a call today from somebody and they say to me, you know, I can't say the person's name, but they say this. Emore'J, I cannot stand unprofessionalism, I cannot stand disrespect, and I cannot stand hatred. You know what, I had to deal with some real unprofessional people today and it really ticked me off. So I'm like, girl, what's going on? You know, tell me the tea, like, what is it? What's the tea? Is it me? So the person tells me, you know, well, they found out that your name was on the VIP list for the church fashion show, and the person says as her blanket that, oh, I don't know who this person is, so he can't come to the fashion show. His name's off the list. But let's go ahead and clock this T, boop, 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 T, boop. What it is, somebody came to her and told her that through the grapevine that they found out Emore'J Couture was openly gay. As you can clearly see, yes, he is. So the tea was, okay, he's openly gay. This is a church fashion show. We cannot have him here. So his name is coming off of the list. The person calls me and says, Emore'J, if you cannot get into the show, the friend that told me about this whole situation, she's like, if I can't get in, if Emore'J cannot get into the show, she's taking her models out of the show, she's walking out of the show, and her girls will walk out the show. And I'm like, okay, well, I did get the hookup for that show, so that stage props and that stage runway that I brought in, if I can't get into that show, that runway will come up off that floor in a heart. Instant beat, baby. I got the hookup, I can take that hookup right back. No tea, no shade, but this is what it is. So I'm like, well, why would they say something like that? Why would they just do something like that? She's like, well, the person in the first place is ignorant, and she's saying that she doesn't know you, and all this stuff like that. But my thing is, it's not about if you know someone or not. If that person has been requested to be put on the VIP list, then their name should remain on the VIP list. And my whole thing that dealing with the black church, it is so honestly sad that in a day and time as such as 2010, that we sit here and we hold people, you know, we hold them at fault because of who they are and being honest about themselves. My thing is, baby, it's 2010. If you have not seen a gay man, a gay woman, a transgender, a lesbian, a faggot, a dyke, a homo, whatever you want to call it, in 2010, then there's seriously something wrong with you. And my whole thing is that as you are supposed to be the black church, the church in itself, you're supposed to be expressing love. Now, how dare you sit back and say something like, oh, this person can't come because they're gay? First of all, you're having a fashion show, sweetie. What gay man is not going to be there? My thing is, if you're trying to get into the money of the industry, if you're trying to get into the big dollars, you have to think about this industry, period. This industry is ran by gay people. You cannot go anywhere to the next level to be anywhere in this industry and not have to deal with a gay man. Trust me, honey, we're going to be there. We're there. We're in it and we're on it and we do our jobs very well. So my whole thing is, for you to say that somebody can't be at your production, which involves fashion, you don't know what, I'm going to speak about myself as if I'm somebody else. You don't know what this person has to bring to your show. You don't know what this person can give to you. You don't know what benefit that person can be to you. So why sit there and say that because this person is gay, that they can't come into your show? As black people, the saddest thing about us is we're so concerned about the wrong things when it comes to a person or somebody, rather than how white folks or Asians or other races, they look at people as beneficial, as opportunities. They don't look at people, oh, he black, oh, he gay, or he ghetto, or she fat, or she big. No, sweetie, it's about what you can bring to the table. If your stylist is fat and she does her job, those white people, those other races out there, as long as this person is doing their job, fine, she's on point. But yeah, when you go to a black production, I don't want to deal with that nigga, he fruity, he gay. Sweetie, it's not even about that. If he's here to do his job and he's doing his thing, what does it matter? What does it honestly matter if somebody's honestly open about who they are? And I truly believe that God would hate me more, God would disown me more if I sit there and lie and say, oh, I'm not this and I'm not that. And clearly in my heart, I am this. I'm openly honest about who I am. And I can't be nobody else but myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad that we have a lot of homosexuals, we have a lot of gay people in church right now, sitting there, sitting quiet, not saying scared to say who they are, knowing that at 12 o'clock at night, they're on their computer, beating their cocks off, watching men butt to butt, doing each other. That they're sitting home fantasizing about what man they can have, and their wife is right there in that bed with them. It's so sad that we have a lot of gay men in the church that are doing stuff like that because they're scared, or they're confused, and they're dishonest. And the reason why they feel like that is because they're sitting back and they're looking at all those people that point their fingers at them, and they sit back and say that you're wrong, this is wrong, go to hell, this ain't right, clean it up, you're a demon, that's a mess. No, baby, you're a mess. Because that's not God-like, that's not Christ-like, that's not Christ love-like. And what you're doing is not right. So that's my whole thing about it, pretty much. And to be honest, let's picture this. Emore'J Couture, 2010. That if every gay person decided to walk out the church, sweetie, there would be no choir, there would be no dancers, and probably like, they won't even be a preacher, honey. If he wants to be honest, the pastor will walk too. If you have had any sexual relationship with a man in this church right now, get up and walk out. Baby, that whole church will be gone, except for a good 99.5% of the woman, because only women go to church in the first place. But bye. It is what it is if you want to be honest. So don't ever sit back and say that, this person can't come because of who they are. You don't know what benefit that person can bring to you. You don't know that. And for that, honey, I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out. I'm going into my closet. Hold it. What should I wear, y'all? What should I wear? I'm going to go into my closet. Honey, I need something flamboyant. I need to be raging. I need to be storming that scene, honey. What should I wear, girl? I don't know what I should wear, but it's going to be something fly, honey. But I'm going. I will be at the show with my Beyonce Britney alarm on, my jacket on. And if anybody want to come to me, toe to toe, baby, let's do it. I don't mean violence, but I mean with ignorance. Because I will come at you with education, baby. I will come at you with the correct words. I will come at you fist fighting, ready to cut and slice somebody. It's not even about that. It's about not being ignorant. That's how I'm going to come at you. So anyway, this is Emore'J Couture, and I'm signing out. I will see you at the fashion show, and I will not tell you the name because you get no promotion over here again. Once again, no promotion. How about that? Try that.